When you're scrolling through the endless sea of beauty tech, the biggest question that keeps popping up is whether any of it actually lives up to the hype, or if you're just paying for a fancy box. I get that hesitation. You've probably seen glossy ads promising flawless skin in minutes, and the fear of spending hard-earned money on a device that ends up gathering dust is real. That's why I'm taking a step back, looking at the practical day-to-day experience of using this kind of equipment, and trying to figure out if the price tag really matches what you'll get. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The IN-1 8-in-1 Skincare Multifunctional LCD Touch Screen Hydro System is marketed as an all-in-one facial workstation that can replace a trip to the spa. On paper, it bundles a cold steam hydrator, LED light therapy, and a touch-controlled interface into a single countertop unit. Those are the kind of claims that sound impressive until you actually plug the thing in, fill the tank, and see how it fits into a morning routine that already includes a cleanser, serum, and maybe a quick facial roller. First, let's talk about setup. The device comes with a detachable water tank that you slide into the base, then lock in place. The tank holds enough water for roughly 5 to 6 treatment cycles before you need to refill, which translates to about a week of nightly use for most people. The detachable and easy-to-clean design is genuinely helpful. The tank slides out, you rinse it, and the interior spray nozzle can be wiped with a soft cloth. There's no hidden compartment that requires you to disassemble the whole unit, which is a relief for anyone who isn't a gadget hand. Now, the actual treatment experience. The system offers a cold steam function that delivers a fine mist of chilled vapor. In practice, this feels similar to stepping into a low-temperature sauna, except the humidity is much lower. For people with oily or combination skin, the cold mist can be a nice way to tighten pores after cleansing, and many users report a brief, tightening sensation that makes the skin feel smoother. If you have very dry skin, you'll want to follow up quickly with a moisturizer because the cold spray alone doesn't leave a lasting hydration boost. The 3-color LED module is another core feature. You can toggle between red, blue, and green light, each supposedly targeting different concerns: red for circulation, blue for acne-causing bacteria, and green for hyperpigmentation. In my testing, the LEDs are bright enough to be noticeable but not blinding, and the built-in timer lets you set a 5 or 10-minute session without having to watch a clock. The real advantage shows up when you pair the light with the steam. The mist helps the light penetrate a bit deeper, so you get a more uniform exposure across the face. That said, the LED wavelengths are fairly standard and you won't get the same intensity you'd find in a professional dermatology clinic. If you're looking for a medical-grade light therapy, this unit sits in the Athome supplement tier. The LCD touchscreen is where the device tries to differentiate itself from older, button-heavy models. It's a simple, monochrome panel with a few icons for steam, LED, temperature, and a one-key start function. The interface is intuitive enough that after a single press you can launch a preset routine that combines cold steam and a chosen LED color for a set duration. The learning curve is minimal, which is a win for people who don't want to spend 15 minutes figuring out settings before they can actually treat their skin. So, who should consider buying this? If you're already comfortable with a basic skincare regimen and you're curious about adding a spa-like element at home, the IN-1 8-in-1 could be a good fit. It shines for people who enjoy a nightly ritual and want the convenience of having a steam and light session without scheduling appointments. It also appeals to those who travel often. The detachable tank and relatively compact footprint mean you can pack it into a larger suitcase and still have a mini spa on the road. For a user who already uses separate cold steam machines and LED masks, the all-in-one approach could also save counter space and reduce the need to maintain multiple cords and cleaning schedules. On the flip side, you might want to skip this if you're primarily after aggressive anti-aging results. The cold steam is more about soothing and temporary tightening than delivering deep moisturization, and the LED wavelengths, while helpful for mild acne or occasional redness, won't replace a prescription-strength treatment. If you have very sensitive skin, the sudden temperature change from room temperature to cold vapor might trigger irritation, especially if you're prone to rosacea. Also, because the system relies on a water tank, you'll need a reliable source of clean water and a little patience for the refill process. It's not a set-it-and-forget-it device in the same way a handheld ultrasonic cleanser might be. A practical strength that often gets overlooked is the noise level, the internal pump that generates the cold.